Our last panelist is distinguished Toastmaster Bancha. I really like him. He is one of my role model, my coach, and my best friend. He joined Toastmaster in 1998. Anybody joined Toastmaster before that? Quite a few. So he is almost the most senior guy in this room in Toastmasters.
It is a compliment.
I joined Toastmasters in the year 2004 and I became a distinguished Toastmaster in the year 2009. It took me 5 years and most people say, oh, you become a distinguished Toastmaster real fast. So I was proud myself. One day I asked Bancha, when did you join Toastmaster? He said, oh, 1998. And when did you become a distinguished Toastmaster? 2001. What? It took him only 3 years to become a distinguished Toastmasters. That is great. And along his Toastmaster journey, he had been in many positions from club officers, area governor, and division governor. So I am looking forward to hear his sharing of experience today. Distinguished Toastmaster Bancha, you have 5 minutes. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I don't think that he saved the best for last because we are like whiskey. When you have a party and you have 2 bottles of whiskey, a very rare and good one and just so ordinary one, which one do you drink first? No, you drink the best one first because after the first bottle, anything doesn't matter. We have to drink the best whiskey first, and we do this. Best and the second best. Okay. My experience as Toastmaster, we have to talk about Toastmasters in Thailand about 10 years ago, which was not like today. Those days we had very few advanced Toastmasters, something that most people or most members didn't think about. Everybody looked at competent Toastmaster. We call it CTM those days. It's the same thing as a competent communicator today. So you have 10 projects to fulfill and then it's kind of finished. No, not many Toastmasters try to achieve more. And we had only one DTM in Thailand. And very long time ago, and nobody seems to try to go for DTM anymore. And when I started, after 3-4 months, I got my CTM award, 10 projects, and I thought I would like to be advanced Toastmaster, and that's it. Because most of the members in Toastmaster are CTM. Very few ATM. ATM is kind of very high level in Thailand. So okay, if I would be one of so few ATMs in Thailand, that should be good enough. And when I tried more, I achieved ATM. Then I thought I should go further. And the next step is only DTM. So that's why I decided to be DTM at that moment. And by the track to be the DTM, you have to be district officer, at least area governor. So I became the president and I applied to be volunteer to be area governor at the same term, which is something that many people say I couldn't do that because it's not allowed. But it's not true. You could do that. I checked with Toastmasters International and they say no problem. But many people question this. So come back to my point that I want to share today, that that's the motivation for me to do the best for my club and for the area also, to prove that I can do both things in the same term and did it well. So my DCP goal for my club was 10 goal, perfect, nothing less. That's that's my goal. So I try very hard as a president. I have to go around to see other clubs also, and okay, I have to face a lot of problems. First, we have to run the club meetings, all the club meetings well, and we have to encourage other members to move forward, not just myself. I didn't have to motivate myself because I set my goal already, so I'm moving anyway. So we need to advance communicator or advanced Toastmaster, and myself is one. Who the next one? It's very difficult to motivate other people, and that's something that made me learn a lot of skills to deal with people, to get people moving. We don't need to talk about details because it's not possible to talk about everything that I did. But what I want to encourage is the officer role makes you practice automatically. If you want to do it well, you gotta have to do a lot of good things and things that you may never have to do before in order to achieve the goal. And it's something very important, and it's applicable to your real life. There are two kinds of leadership. First one is the granted leadership. That means there's some kind of authority that gives you your authority to lead. Like you are promoted in your company, you have the sword in order to force anyone to do anything according to your authority. And the second kind of leadership is the earned leadership, which is the case that you don't really have authority, but you have a goal and you have to move people according to that. You really lead people, and this kind of leadership is the real leadership, because you don't have any authority to order anyone or to force anyone to do anything. And this kind of real, genuine leadership is here in Toastmaster, and you have a chance. Everyone here who are new club officers or second time, third time, whatever, you are in position to exercise this kind of leadership. And if you are successful, you're gonna be very competent to use this skill that you get from this duty to be a real leader in your job, and it will help you to move forward strongly in your real life, in your profession. So take the best chance and do your best to fulfill all the duties. Whatever you have in Toastmaster is the most precious thing that you can do in this half year from now.